are going to be.
We interrupt this program for a TV6 First Alert Severe Weather Update.
All right, meteorologist Kyle Dickens here in the First Alert Forecast Center along with Theresa Bryant. We're going to stay on with you now that we do have a tornado warning that was just issued here for Cedar, Johnson, and Muscatine counties. If you're in West Liberty over towards the Atalissa area, we've got this new tornado warning here. I've got it zoomed in. It's a smaller warning because these are slow-moving storms, but nonetheless, dangerous storm. A lot of lightning with this, heavy rainfall, and some spinning going on with this as we've really had two cells merge. I'll zoom out here and show that, but right now, tornado warning in effect for Cedar, Johnson, and Muscatine counties. This warning is in effect until 7:45 for some circulation that has been noted. Now it's making its way into kind of the corner here of Johnson, Cedar, and Muscatine County. This is moving east-southeast, roughly at about 15 miles an hour right now. So dangerous storm there. If you live in West Liberty over towards Atalissa, you need to take your immediate tornado precautions right now. So that storm is moving in quickly and again, expanding as it does so. So very dangerous storm there. So we're noticing a little bit of circulation here to just outside of West Liberty. So I'll show you what we're looking at here. Now, if you've been with us as we cover these, what you'll notice, we show this product when we talk tornadoes or damaging winds. It's the wind velocity. See those greens there? Well, the brighter greens, we're getting up to 70-mile-an-hour winds with that. But we're seeing here right along Route 6 here, pretty much over West Liberty, we're starting to see some of those reds dot in there. And that's where we're seeing a little bit of spin, enough spin to warrant a tornado warning, which is what we've got in place now. So once again, if you're just joining us here, we've got a tornado warning until 7:45. This will be for Cedar, Muscatine, and Johnson counties until 7:45. West Liberty and Atalissa, you are under this warning. Muscatine, the tornado warning is to your northwest. So Muscatine, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Still take shelter. You've got some time, but go ahead and move indoors now. And you want to get away from windows and move, again, move indoors as soon as you can. Damaging thunderstorm making its way into the West Branch area. If you are in West Branch, take your tornado precautions right now. Checking with Theresa if you got any updates, Theresa, on your end. There we go. So Muscatine, Rock Island, Scott County. Okay, so this is going to be a serious situation. Look at that right there, folks. 80-mile-an-hour winds. This is now a destructive storm. So this is, if you're in the metro, you're going to hear the sirens are going to start going off here at any second, okay? So if you're in Davenport, if you're in anywhere in the Iowa side of the Quad Cities, Scott County sounds the sirens kind of as a whole. Well, this is one of those storms that is going to sound the sirens. 80-mile-an-hour winds. This is a destructive situation. This is a destructive storm. If you're in the warning, you need to take your precautions now. A warning there for Stark County. Also, another warning here for parts of Henry County, Iowa. So lots of storms, lots to talk about here. But if you're in the metro Quad Cities, now's the time to move indoors. We've got a destructive storm getting ready to move its way into the metro Quad Cities. Yeah, this is going to be a nasty one. Now, and here's the sign, too. Again, we see that big hail core there. A good indication that we've got a very strong storm, very severe storm in conditions like this with the heat that we have. But let's go to the traffic camera now. We've got, okay. Yeah, so this is I-80 near West Branch. A lot of people are pulled over there. You can see, yeah, you don't want to be out traveling in this. If you're out and about right now, get home if you can. If you're here in the metro, get home now. Get inside if you can. Now's the time to take shelter. You do have time with these storms. The warning time, they're such slow movers, you get a pretty good advance warning here. But destructive storm now making its way into the the Mississippi River, the Illinois side eventually here. But if you're in Muscatine up towards Wilton, shelter now. Let's put a path on this, and we'll get this tracked out and see exactly where this is going to be hitting. Theresa, you had an update.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know these storms are starting to pick up speed now, moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. This is for the severe thunderstorm warning. The storm moving through southwestern Rock Island County, southwestern Scott County, and central Muscatine County. Again, 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarters size hail. Talking about a really destructive storm here. We're talking flying debris that could be found, mobile homes heavily damaged, considerable damage to roofs, windows, vehicles. All of the locations in the path of this storm include Davenport, Muscatine, Durant, Wilton, the Walcott area, Bluegrass, Buffalo, Andalusia, Fruitland, Reynolds, Taylor Ridge. We're also looking at Iowa or Illinois City and Fairport, as well as Edgington, Stockton, Clarks Ferry recreational area. All of those areas in the path of this destructive storm with wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour.
Yeah, folks, this is as serious as it gets with these severe thunderstorm warnings. Once we see it turn into a destructive tag, 80-mile-an-hour winds. Dangerous storm. You want to be in shelter now. Here's the time of arrival. Again, within this storm, so if you're just joining us here, you might be hearing the sirens starting to go off here in the metro Quad Cities. Well, that's because we have a destructive storm that's now going to be making its way into the metro. Right now, the most immediate threat is circulation that has been noted near the West Branch area. There is a tornado warning here for Cedar County and Muscatine County. That tornado warning in effect until 7:45. This is a little bit broader path. I can tell you this, that you see these communities listed on this path. That's the time that we expect this storm to be moving in. Doesn't mean every single city is going to have the most significant portion of this move through, but you are going to be in that storm. And I can hear the sirens now going off. So Muscatine, 7:37, Durant, 7:45, Walcott, 7:50. 8 o'clock, it'll be moving into the metro or close to the metro at that time. I can tell you right now the most significant portion of this is just to the southwest here, or to the west, that is of Durant, just outside of Lone Tree. So here's the Quad Cities. This is moving east, maybe a little bit southeast as well. So you have time now, if you're out east of this. The hope is, with these, as Theresa mentioned, they are starting to pick up speed, but the hope is that maybe this can weaken a little bit, because right now it is a destructive storm. We'll take a look at the velocity product here on the wind velocity, and let's show you what we've got going on with that, because again, this is a dangerous storm with, once you get to 80 miles an hour, that's certainly going to do some big time damage here. And right there, we're seeing that kind of pulse up there. Let's go do this here. Yeah, right there. This is the area. You see those brighter colors, 70-mile-an-hour winds. Again, maybe 80-mile-an-hour winds. And these will probably very easily will be making it to the ground. So again, very dangerous storm here. This is the area that we're watching here. Kind of hone in on this. Get a little bit closer here, and I'm gonna get that warning information off so it can clear up the screen here. But right here is the area that we are seeing that very strong circulation. Circulation actually a little bit weaker, but very strong to destructive winds. And that is certainly going to be the concern here, as if you're in Muscatine right now, I go ahead and take your tornado precautions. Again, you're not technically under the tornado warning, but right here is the area just outside of West Liberty. So Atalissa and areas along in south, or well, really along Route 6 at this point. So Wilton, Muscatine, Durant, you folks need to be sheltering now. Again, what we're seeing here, if you're just joining us right now, this severe thunderstorm and tornado warning too. But right in this vicinity here, we saw it jump frames there, but there's Atalissa. Right there is a pool of 70 to 80-mile-an-hour winds. Essentially, at this point, it's traveling down Route 6, maybe along and south of Route 6, but Muscatine's there, Bluegrass over here, Durant, Walcott. You're under this warning. You're under this destructive storm, the destructive severe thunderstorm warning with 80-mile-an-hour winds. Also hail being noted up to $half size within this as well. But heavy rainfall too, as you saw there on the traffic cameras, and we'll probably be bouncing to some more of those too as this continues on here. Near the Wilton area, Durant as well. We'll probably look at some of the I-80 cams over there. But yeah, whatever one you just pull it up for me. Appreciate that. But what you're going to notice too is absolutely torrential rainfall with this. So not anything you want to be driving in, nonetheless, with the severe possibilities. But we got some new warning there. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Right now, let's take a look at the traffic camera that we've got. Looks like we've got a backup here, eastbound I-80. So, okay, let's go back to radar. That's the thing, folks. You don't want to be traveling. Now's the time to shut it down, move indoors. But we've got this nasty storm that's making its way into into the heart of the TV6 viewing area here, and now does include at least the western portions of the metro quad cities here. So here's the metro. Technically, we're not under the warning. That's why your phones didn't go off, but not far away. Here we've got, let's take a look at the metro cam and we can see what we've got. So this is I-88 Northwest Boulevard. So this storm is going to be coming right down here into the heart of Davenport eventually. This is Northwest Boulevard. That has got nothing to, so this is a little cell that popped up. Metro stuff right now. If you're getting some rain here in the metro, this is not part of that main line that's moving in, that's off to our west and to our southwest. Let's go back to first alert Doppler radar and look at that cell there popping up too. Look at how fast these form, folks. There's almost, this is why we talk about these watches and warnings. It's days like this because, okay, you could be in a Lexus and be out and about. Well, in 5 minutes, you've got a dangerous storm over top of you. That storm that we were watching that was moving up I-88 has weakened as well. So Geneseo getting into a little bit of rain. But back to the main line here, the main activity is this tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning that we have going on right now. We do have I don't want to forget our friends down here into the southern portion of the viewing area too. We'll slide down here towards Burlington and look at, oh, that's picking up that other warning there. I'll slide, there we go. Des Moines, Henderson County, 745. We've got that warning in effect for you. It does not include Henry County, excuse me on that, but Des Moines and Henderson County, 745, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and hail up to the size of quarters with that. So eventually here into, say, the Kirkwood area, maybe eventually off towards Monmouth, Roseville, you will be getting some of these storms as well. Now, the one thing, our Illinois counties could use the rain. So a lot of them, especially the further east you go, you're probably not too upset about getting some storms. We just don't want these destructive storms. Tornado warning continues until 7:45 here for Cedar and Muscatine counties. Here we go. Muscatine, Rock Island, and Scott County. This is until 8:30 p.m. for 80-mile-an-hour winds. That's destructive. That brings it into that destructive tag. Tornado possible, quarter-sized hail. Very dangerous situation here as we watch these storms making their way closer and closer here, not only into the metro area, but here into our Illinois counties as well. So look at that and look at this right here. I bet if we, Theresa, if we could point Skyview to the northwest, we could probably see this cell that we're watching here kind of blossom. I'll actually take control of radar here at the wall and it can kind of zoom into that. But here in the metro, again, this is not the main line that we're worried about. It's to the west that we are concerned with. But yeah, look at that. That got a nasty storm there that is blowing up here to the north and west of the, this is where it says Quad Cities. There's 74. This is pretty much the split between Bettendorf and Davenport there. So right there, boom, there's Kimberly. So right now this storm is exploding as we showed that traffic cam there in Northwest Boulevard. It was probably this storm that was forming, moved right over. There's the radar dome at the National Weather Service there. But now that storm, we'll have to watch that. Again, these are exploding over the area so fast. It's kind of hard to be focused for a minute at one, and then you look away and then you've got something more significant forming somewhere else. So we'll zoom things out here and take a look at the patchwork of warnings that we've got. Most significant is going to be out here from the metro and to the southwest. Muscatine. You need to be in shelter now. Eastern portions of Muscatine County, now also southwestern portions of Scott County. So we're going to zoom in real quick here, and then we'll get that update on some of the traffic cameras. But right now, significant situation here, potentially destructive storms getting ready to at least come close into the metro here. But right now, really concerned about this from Wilton to Muscatine. Here, folks, we've also got that tornado warning that continues here for another 5 minutes. I'm not really too concerned about that. Not seeing any rotation. If there is, it's broad. What we have now is a dangerous situation because we've got winds, and first alert Doppler radar is picking this up just to the north of Muscatine. So here's I-80. Here's parts of Scott County, or parts of Cedar County rather. There's Durant. Durant, you need to be in shelter now. You need to move indoors. That's getting ready to move into town. I-80, these people are going to get hit with this these 70 to 80 mile an hour winds from the west. So not a good situation there. But look at this. So here's Muscatine. Okay, right to the north, maybe on the northern half of Muscatine, you're getting into some of that damaging winds. But that we track that right through here. So Buffalo, Edgington, it will be into the Quad City Metro. The Quad City Metro is going to get hit with this pocket of destructive winds. According to the National Weather Service there, destructive winds. Now they've moved it down to considerable, so 70 mile an hour winds. still not a good situation. You want to be moving indoors now and taking shelter. Got to watch this here too. That could be a sign of something trying to spin up there to the southwest of the Davenport area. New warning here. We'll see where that's at. Teresa, you got any information on that new warning that just got issued?
Okay.
Take a look at that.
Just taking a look.
Yeah, it just popped up there. So thank you for that. But here's the time of arrival, okay? We are at 7:40. So if you're in the metro, about top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Okay, that's when we're going to be watching that move in. Moline, 8 to 8:15 on that. Up to the north, up to a little bit closer to this Walcott in about 10 minutes. Walcott, shelter now. Again, dangerous storm that's moving into the metro Quad Cities. Here just to the southwest of Durant. I am concerned about that. We got to watch that. I'm going to go step off screen here and kind of take a little bit deeper dive into that. Okay. Teresa?
Yeah, just wanted to let you know about this new warning, a severe thunderstorm warning. This in effect for Lee County in southeastern Iowa. Now, technically, that's...
And one thing that's interesting here, too, is we're going to have to see what this storm that's fired up really over the metro. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty... still, we've got some destructive winds here, or up to at least... up to at least the considerable damage threat criteria here just outside of Muscatine. There is some rotation being indicated, but this area southeast of Wilton, I am concerned that we might have a developing circulation. And now, okay, so there's now a tornado warning for that. So as we were talking, and this does include the station here. So everybody at the station, we're okay right now, but let's we'll be on standby here. But you can see this tornado warning now takes it into the Quad City metro area. It does include Davenport to Rock Island as well. You want to take shelter now. This is that circulation. We were just talking about it here. Yeah, now's the time to move indoors. Circulation just to the northeast of Muscatine here, southeast of Wilton, right in this vicinity. Folks, you're not going to see this. That's the thing. It's so wrapped in rain, and there's so much moisture in the air. There's going to be no visual on this if there is certainly a tornado there. Not to mention, the bigger threat is the damaging to destructive winds of 60 to 70, at times 80 miles an hour being indicated with this. So Quad City Metro, now's the time you need to move to your tornado shelters now if you're in the Metro Quad Cities. Let's take a look at this traffic cam and see what we've got. Okay, so this is I-74 Moline. That's that one cell out ahead of it. If we could see, let's go back to Max 1. So thank you for showing that. Traffic not advised, travel not advised anywhere in the metro now. Actually, now that we have that tornado warning, especially. So we'll get information here on that tornado warning in just a second. But I want to say right now, Muscatine and to your north, just to the south of Wilton, this is the area that we have that circulation, possible tornado. That's why we've got that new tornado warning that is now for the Metro Quad Cities, and points here to the west, including parts of Rock Island County. It does also include parts of the Milan area as well. So we'll get that pinned down here in just a minute. But right in this vicinity here, I-80 is going to be a mess. I bet you if we look at some cameras, probably at Walcott, we could probably see that coming in. But dangerous storm. We do now have a tornado warning for the Metro Quad Cities. Teresa?
Okay, yeah. This is a severe thunderstorm with some rotation, capable of producing a tornado, and that is moving over Pleasant Prairie right now, near Durant. This is tracking east at 40 miles per hour. And again, this is a very dangerous storm that will impact the Davenport area, Walcott, Bluegrass, Buffalo, Stockton, Westlake Park, Pleasant Prairie, also Rock Island, Credit Island, and Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds by about 7:55. Moline, Milan, Rock Island Arsenal, folks, batten down the hatches there, because this storm is definitely headed in your direction. And again, this is the time to take cover now. Take this seriously. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of the building or the house that you are in. Avoid any windows. They can actually be blown out and glass can harm you. If you're outdoors, it's time to seek shelter now. If you're in a mobile home, you want to find something a lot stronger, a lot sturdier. If you're in a vehicle, get out of the vehicle. Go to the closest substantial shelter to protect yourself from flying debris. And remember, not only are we talking about rotation with this storm, the torrential rainfall could pose a problem if indeed a tornado does form.
This is not the type of storms you chase. Okay, so this is the path. Looking at the velocity here, we've got a very strong circulation here. We don't have any confirmation of this, and I can tell you folks, it's gonna be so hard to get confirmation on this. We're gonna go with what radar says, but you see that purple blip there? That's a product called shear rate. It's showing where there's the potential for a tornado, and it's matching right up to where that circulation is. Here's the time of arrival. Bluegrass, you need to be in your shelters now. This is gonna move right over top of Bluegrass. If you're in Bluegrass, tornado precautions right now. Eventually here to the Grandview Terrace, see the Genesis Medical Center. It's picking up some of these, all the Genesis campuses in the metro would be included under that. Davenport here, just past the top of the hour. So 8 o'clock, it's going to be your time to get into, that's when we're going to see it move in. If you are under that warning, say the sirens are going off, or like what happened here, your phones are going off, what you need to do is take your phone with you to the basement, head to the basement. We're streaming right now on our KWQC News app. We're on Facebook, on social media with all of our live coverage there. There is a little bit of a delay. I would like to mention that, but very little, and you're going to get our coverage. So head to shelter right now. If you're really anywhere in the Quad City Metro, Buffalo, you're included under that too, but the circulation right out here, this latest update might not be as impressive, but still very notable circulation. That's why we've got that new tornado warning.
Okay, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued. Let's get some information on that, and that is for Scott County. We see that in effect until 8:45. We're talking 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and large hail as these storms continue to pack a punch, moving to the east and southeast at about 40 to 35 miles per hour. So yeah, the storms are definitely starting to pick up speed in some locations, and you definitely don't want to be caught unaware when these storms hit your location.
Yeah, absolutely. A great point, Teresa. This is things have been really ramping up here. Let's go to I-80 at Walcott here, and we can see what we've got coming in there. And so, yeah, you can see this is that storm that is going to be. Look at that base there. You kind of see that razor edge line there. That's always ominous, and that's where we've been seeing some of these actually a little bit closer to where the where it fades out, where the rain is. That's the area between the rain-free area and the downdraft is where we've been seeing these tornadoes. Go back to Max 1, please, and we'll show you what we've got going on right now. One thing I'm noticing here, good news maybe for the metro, with these storms, really every scan, we kind of got to take it scan by scan at this point. But that circulation that was just right there, getting ready to move into the Bluegrass area, or if not in the Bluegrass area, it does look like it's weakening a little bit. That's some good news. But again, don't let your guard down. We got to continue with this with our tornado precautions here in the metro, because again, next scan it might be back together where we've got a pretty significant circulation. Nonetheless, we got this pool of damaging winds here, and there it's trying to spin back up there. So that's why we got to watch scan by scan. Not the most impressive circulation we've ever seen, but again, today's tornadoes, what we're seeing is not the big, large tornadoes, the ones that can take your home away. These are your smaller spin-up tornadoes. Still can do damage. You still want to take this seriously, but that's what we're watching today. But this whole area here, almost a half a county wide there of 60 to 70 mile an hour winds, getting ready to move into Scott County, Walcott to Buffalo. So Walcott, Cam, we were looking right at this, and we could probably take that go back to that here, because it's probably a good visual on that, if we could.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's thank you, Casey. I appreciate the folks in the control room that helping us along here. And there you can kind of see, almost looks like a what's called a feeder band. A little hard to tell from this distance, but definitely a very ominous look there, as this is the traffic camera at I-80 at Walcott looking westbound. So dangerous situation here in the metro. Continue with your tornado precautions, especially, let's go back to Max 1.
And just want to jump in and say that something we haven't mentioned, continuous cloud to ground lightning.
This is the area that is going to continue off into the east here. Here's the Metro Quad Cities. Here's a new update. Watching scan by scan as this goes through, because every scan has been a new update here, kind of showing a little bit different characteristics. The one thing to note, though, folks, is this is getting closer to the radome. So what does that mean? That radar beam shoots up into the sky, not straight out. So as it's doing that, it's as we kind of take the radar data out, we're getting higher and higher into the atmosphere. So this is pretty low to the ground. This is the base of the storm where there would be a tornado. So we get a great visual of this from a radar perspective, and that's why we continue with that tornado warning. It is 8 o'clock. You're watching severe weather coverage here on KWQC-TV 6 News. Davenport, Iowa. Meteorologist Kyle Dickens along with Theresa Bryant, keeping you updated here on this significant situation. A significant storm is getting ready to move into the Quad City Metro. We continue with a tornado warning for the Metro Quad Cities. Areas from I-74 to the west. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning that we'll jump to here now. But right now, within the next 10 minutes or so, this will be starting to make its way into the most significant portion of this. Will start making its way into the Metro Quad Cities. We do have some traffic cams here in the I-74. This on the Iowa side. Yeah, this will give us a great visual here of what we're seeing. So I-74 bridge on the Iowa side. Not great to be traveling in. That storm that was moving through that now has that severe thunderstorm warning is crossing. Let's go to the weather deck right now and see that's right here on top of the roof. Look at the visibility. You can't even see the bank, the Davenport Bank building there. It's and they've brightened it as much as they can, and that's the visual we've got. So low visibility. This damaging storm is getting ready to move into the Metro. So Metro, it's now your time to be in shelter now. Get to your basement. If you don't have a basement, get to the center portion of your home. Closet or bathroom is good. You just want to put as many walls between you and the outside as you can. Again, we're not talking the big destructive tornadoes, but destructive winds, maybe at times up to 80 miles an hour. But we continue to see this. That's a strong circulation, at least for how close we are to this to the radar site here. You kind of get that curling going on there, and that's a good indication right there, just north there. I believe that is 61 right there. Northeast of Buffalo, near the Bluegrass area. That's where we're seeing that right now. We're gonna put a path on this, and before we see, okay. So what we're going to show here. So real quick, this is a concern right here. This is I don't know if that's just if that's a raindrop or if that's some type of lowering. Let's go to max 1 right now because this is what I'm concerned with. Okay. Here's 61 right there. Let me make sure I'm pointing at the right thing. Yes, so this is Brady Street. So stations right here, we're looking right into that. This is the area of circulation now. Here's I-280. Did you say we had I-280? That's okay. Okay, I-280 right here. This circulation is right here along 90th Avenue. Let's see here. This is Locust here. So right now the circulation that we're watching moving into the Metro Quad Cities, and there's an update here. It's right here. It's not the strongest circulation we've ever seen, but you should be taking it seriously if you're in the Metro Quad Cities. Namely right now, I'd say the biggest concern is going to be for the tornado portion of this, or the potential tornado, is north of Locust Street here along I-280. That's where that circulation is right there. There's Wisconsin Avenue. That'll be getting close to that area. And an area that seems like it's kind of a tornado magnet, at least for the last few storms that we've had go through the Metro, Northwest Boulevard. So North Park Mall, hopefully they're sheltering now. If you're up towards places like the Machine Shed Restaurant, that's where this area of circulation is moving towards. Again, that's the circulation portion of it, but look at to the south here. These are winds probably 60 miles to maybe 70 miles an hour. That's going to be moving right over top of the station. So just check in, just going to throw it out there. Hope we have our generators on and ready to go, because good possibility we'll probably start to see some power outages in the Metro. We've got a camera ready to go. Let's take that. This is... Okay, look at that right there. Wish we could tilt this and move it to the into the Metro, but if we can take Skyview, can we do Skyview, please? But this is Northwest Boulevard. So again, Northwest Boulevard is going to be in the path of that area of circulation. But look at that right there. This is a lowering that's moving into the Metro. Actually, this is rather interesting here. I'm going to pan the camera. This is a very dangerous storm. Look at this right here. So what we've got here, folks, this is moving into the Metro. You can see right there, this is a wall cloud. Okay, this is an area of circulation, kind of an area that's dropping out of the storm. This is where our tornado is going to be if we do see one. So especially when you see that razor thin cutoff there. There's some circulation. It's not the most well-defined circulation, but nonetheless, we've got a wall cloud moving through Davenport at this time, the northwestern portion of Davenport. So once again, the North Park Mall, north of Locust Street, is the area of most significant concern. West of 74, that section, north of Locust, west of 74, northwest Davenport, you need to be in your shelters right now. This is a tornado warning that continues for the Metro Quad Cities. Again, right now, the area of most significant circulation is right here, again, north of, hopefully that was lightning. I don't think that was a power flash, but we want to watch for that. Nonetheless, here what we're going to see, we might see some power flashes from the straight line winds. I'm going to tilt the camera and kind of be moving the camera around here. Let's go back to max 1 as that circulation is certainly being noted here on First Alert Doppler radar. And once again, not to mention here too, there is a power flash right there. So we're seeing this damaging to destructive winds moving into the metro here. Right now, this pool of, let's see here, 60-mile-an-hour winds right now. The rotation, once again, is broad, but it is there. And this couple pockets here on max, we're on max 1, yes. Move this up a little bit here. Show you what I'm probably going to be most concerned about is going to be this right here, as we're getting 60 to 70 mile an hour winds. Folks, this is at the surface right now. So we're seeing these winds. This is radar's about 2 miles as the crow flies away from this to roughly Wisconsin Avenue right there. We're seeing these very strong, damaging to destructive winds. That's moving right into the heart of downtown Davenport. Here's, let's go, take that. Yeah, okay, you can see the clouds. Let's go back to sky view real quick. So not Metro, now's the time. You should be in shelter. Look at that thing right there. This is, that might be a developing funnel cloud right there. I think that we might have some type of lowering going through. That is definitely what that is, actually. So again, Metro, shelter now. This is a dangerous situation. Looks like, Theresa, if we could let the Weather Service know that we've got a circulation, maybe even, excuse me, as this moves around.
Sure.
We do have a funnel that is moving through here. Let's walk you through this, okay, folks? We're looking off to the northwest here. This is northwest of the station. Station's on Brady Street. This is the Hilltop campus of Davenport, Palmer College. We have a funnel cloud right there. You can see, looking at a different computer monitor here, but you can see the circulation. It is present, it is there. It's not the strongest that we've seen, but certainly we've got a funnel cloud that could at any time make contact with the ground here, moving through the northwestern portion of Davenport right now. So right there, again, North Park Mall. If you're north of Locust Street, anywhere north of Locust and west of 74, basements now, shelter now. A lot of lightning with this, but we do very much see it looked more funnel shaped there just a second ago, and these are how these evolve pretty quickly. This is now moving into the northwestern portion of Davenport again. If you're just joining us, we're watching this funnel cloud at times, certainly a very strong circulation moving here. This is about as good of a visual as you'll ever see, folks. We were going to kind of track this along here on radar, or excuse me, on Skyview. Okay, here we go. So live pictures right now. Here's downtown Davenport. Here's that circulation right now that's moving into Davenport. When this was just a little bit further west, it was a little bit more well-defined. But here's that base. Looks like maybe that funnel trying to form once again. This is that area, north side of Davenport, north of Locust. Continue with your tornado precautions. Bettendorf as well. Most likely, we'll probably see this tornado warning extended. And trying to see maybe right there. Also something that's interesting, kind of an interesting formation there developing. So as we look to the north and northwest here, this is actually looking to the north here as Brady Street's right there. So this area here, this is going to be that machine shed area. This will be the North Park Mall once again. You got the Walmart up there. You've got quite a bit up there on 53rd Street. Should be sheltering now, but very concerning here. And it might be cycling a little bit here, but now it looks like maybe something trying to happen over here to the north. So once again, we're watching the circulation move right into downtown Davenport at this time. On top of that, we've got destructive winds as well that are moving in as well. We can't really visualize that, but watching that there, again, this is Brady Street downtown Davenport, looking to the north as we were watching some areas of circulation. We continue with that tornado warning here for the Metro Quad Cities. The tornado warning technically is up to the I-74 corridor unless they have extended that. I don't see anything on that, but we continue with this moving through right now, and we're about to get hit pretty hard here at the station and in downtown Davenport with those damaging to at times destructive winds. So yeah, you can see those low hanging clouds now as we pan around. Excuse me as we do so, but here comes the damaging winds now, and look at that right there. We've got some power flashes as this is cutting into the infrastructure, and certainly 70-mile-an-hour winds will do that. So very dangerous storm now making its way into the metro. If you're up towards the, again, folks, I apologize as we're spinning this around. We'll watch this come through. This is going to be the damaging wind portion of it. Not seeing much in the way of that funnel that we were watching go over top of downtown Davenport. It looks like it has weakened. I don't have any visual of it, at least. Unfortunately, we have a pole in the way that would be where it's at now. But look at that right there. We got that razor sharp edge there. That's always a sign. But here comes the heavy rain. Here comes the damaging to destructive winds right into downtown Davenport. You should, based on our warnings, you should be in your shelters already and should be there. Here at the station, kind of everybody be on guard because we could hear the wind starting to hit the building now. So again, hopefully we're on generator power, which I think I do hear the generators buzzing. But it does look like we do have power, at least here to the north. So this is now moving in. So now that we get it into the metro and going to start walking it out of the metro, areas to the east, we're talking Silvis, Joslin, eventually off towards Geneseo, Moline, the Iowa side as well, Rock Island, Moline. You need to be in shelter as well with this severe thunderstorm warning, as we're seeing maybe winds up to 70 miles an hour. And it's here it comes at the station. We're hearing the building shake a little bit. They can hear the howling of the tower. It's all never a fun sound to hear. Theresa, do you have any updates, anything on your end right now?
Yeah, just looking at the fact that we are still seeing that tornado warning in effect until 8:30.
Dangerous storm nonetheless, and there could be a circulation here too. Looks like we might have a developing circulation starting to form here northwest of Woodhull. So again, we got to watch this, folks. This is not even tagged for a tornado possible. So right now what we're noticing here is this is Woodhull, this is Alpha, New Windsor. To kind of give you an idea, we're in southwestern Henry County, and this is the wind velocity. So we've got winds kind of curving in towards the radar. Green's winds moving towards the radar. Radar will be up here in Davenport. Red is winds moving away. When you get that, that's really right over top of Alpha. I would say, by the looks of this is a pretty a rather significant, we got a new thunderstorm warning there, but this is a rather significant circulation, one of the stronger ones we've seen tonight. Yeah, and it's tightening up. So I would say if you're in Alpha, Woodhull, you should be taking your tornado precautions. You're under thunderstorm warning at this time, but very tight circulation there. Just getting ready to cross over I-74 near Woodhull right now. So we'll be watching that. But we got that new severe thunderstorm warning, Theresa. If you got the details on that. I don't know, but I can also pop in. Sorry if I caught you up there.
Yeah, had to clear my throat a little bit.
That's okay. But we'll see where that severe thunder. Here we go for that storm we were watching. In, let's get it down to here, Des Moines, Henderson, Louisa, Mercer, and Warren County. This is more of the run-of-the-mill severe thunderstorm warning, but nonetheless, if you're in Monmouth, north of Roseville now, but Monmouth, Oquaka, Pleasant Grove, we've got that, got you tagged in that as well. You need to move indoors for this storm that is causing 60-mile-an-hour winds and maybe some hail as well. We haven't talked about the hail in a while, but yeah, hail not a big factor here, but definitely a lot of lightning, heavy rainfall, certainly a case as well. So we'll continue to watch that. Noticing this towards Galesburg. Let's see what this is. I kind of want to see maybe just outside of Galesburg, a little development there of some strong winds. Nothing severe at this time, but hey, Galesburg, and not a bad idea to take shelter. New severe thunderstorm warning here into Henry County. This includes the Kewanee area. And put the you get the information on this. And again, folks, we have to Just try to get the warning box there. 60-mile-an-hour winds and just under quarter-size hail is not going to be a big deal with that, but that is part of this main line that's moving through right now. And you can see there a really nasty line of storms making its way into portions of the southern portions of Henry County right now. But the good news is, folks, in the metro Quad Cities, we are in the all clear. Mention that, but nonetheless, we got McQuon up to Williamsfield there in Knox County. That's got that severe thunderstorm warning. This other newer severe thunderstorm warning, back that out there, has been issued here for Henry. Let's see. Here we go. Des Moines, Henderson, Louisa, Mercer, and Warren counties there until 9:15 for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Okay, we have a new tornado warning now. I'm assuming that's Henry County, Theresa?
Yeah.
Is that okay? That was that storm that we were watching that circulation with. So.
Yes.
And we had it here first, folks. It was right there where we kind of watched that developing rotation as it was approaching. That is a very strong circulation. We are a little bit further out from the radar, but I would say if you're in northern portions. Let's see. This is Knox County. So what happens here? We get a little messy with how it all works here with these weather service offices, because when you get down into Knox County, that is a different office that is covering that area. So that goes to Lincoln. So we'll probably see a warning issued there as well. But Woodhull, shelter now. Get to your basements right now because this is a strong indication. I would bet that we have something, if not on the ground, close to it, because you have a big spike there in those yellows in such a confined area. That's a good indication within this big storm to see that. Good indication that we have some circulation. I don't think we have any type of traffic cameras out that way, but if you're in Woodhull, shelter now. You're now under a tornado warning. You need to be in your basements right now. Theresa, when did that tornado warning go till?
That goes until 9:15.
Okay. It is over top of you right now, Woodhull. You saw that scan just come through there. It's now crossing 74 into Woodhull. It looks like that, at least the characteristic on radar there, definitely is indicated that we could have had at least something brief there, if not some type of circulation for sure. Also, this is, again, so you got that warning that cuts off here because it goes into a new area that covers Knox County here. So that's the Lincoln office. I could see them extending that tornado warning to include maybe Altona over towards Oneida. So you folks out here into northern portions of Knox County, start thinking about moving to your shelters because at least as long as the circulation continues on here. Here's County Road, let's see, County Road 30, I-74. So right now that's where that circulation is, right on top of Woodhull. You need to be in shelter right now. Hopefully you made it there quickly if you were in Woodhull. But Altona eventually, if this continues on the southeasterly trajectory. Nonetheless here though, yeah, that circulation's concerning. There's Alpha. Alpha, the worst of it's to your east now, at least for the wind and possible tornado portion of this. But looks like we did get some new warning to pop up there. We'll take a look there. So what they've done there, we'll go back down to that, is a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. And they might just wait to see how this evolves. This is going to be, yeah, so this does include the Galesburg area. So now really all of Knox County is under this, is now under this warning. So line, and these are the types of storms that we can get into that derecho territory. What is a derecho? Derecho doesn't necessarily mean it's got to be 120-mile-an-hour winds. It's just a storm that keeps going. It stays severe. 60-mile-an-hour winds is severe criteria, and it stays on the ground. I think it's over 400 miles, or stays severe for 400 miles. So with this kind of heat, you could see that happen. So we'll have to see how that evolves. But again, there goes that tornado warning has been allowed to, or they actually canceled it early, as we mentioned. Circulation much weaker than what it was. So, so just to recap here, we do continue with some severe thunderstorm warnings right before we go back to programming here for Knox County, Warren County, Henderson County, also into portions of Des Moines County, little portion of Louisa County there. You continue with that severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and could see some quarter-sized hail. So just to let you know, you're watching KWQC-TV 6 News. I'm meteorologist Kyle Dickens along with Theresa Bryant. We'll be here all night to keep you updated. If we do get any new warnings, we will jump on and let you know. We'll take it back to programming now.